In this video, we will install a minimum toolset. That's Visual Studio and Unity. We will create a new 3D project. We will download and import the SteamVR plugin. We will define a minimal scene consisting of a player and a rotating cube. And then we will run the program to view and minimally interact with the cube. I will be keeping the first program as simple as possible, both to make it simple for you to reproduce and to provide the basis for a deep dive study in the next video in this series. The only prerequisite is that you have a working SteamVR system already installed. Please check the license terms for Microsoft's Visual Studio Community Edition. The chances are, if you are following this video series, it is highly likely you qualify to use this free software. Go to the following page to download Visual Studio. Pressing the download button downloads a small setup program. Run this. Downloading may take some time depending on your internet speed. When you get to the following screen, make sure the .NET desktop environment is checked. It should be. Then press Install. Go to the following page to download Unity. The first step is to install the Unity Hub. Accept the agreement, download and run. You may find Windows Firewall has blocked network access. You will need to allow this. Unity Hub requires you to sign into your Unity account. Assuming you don't already have a Unity account, create one now. You will then be offered a short promotional video. You can skip this. Use the Unity Hub to install the latest version of the Unity editor. Note you will qualify for a free personal license if your revenue or funding in the last 12 months is below a certain level, $100,000 as of January 2023. Once this is installed, you are ready to create your first project. So press the New Project button. Having selected New Project, you are offered a set of project types. It might seem like you want to create a VR project. You're not going to do that. You're going to create a 3D core project. Here, at the bottom right, you enter the name of your project. I'm going to call this Baby's First SteamVR program, and press Create Project. This may take some time, so I'm going to skip to the point where the Unity editor has been loaded and the bare project has been created. A quick look around the Unity editor. The left panel shows the hierarchy of the program, that is, what is actually in the program, which currently is a simple default of a sample scene containing a camera and a light. The bottom panel under the Project tab shows the assets available to this project, and hence which may be added to the program. Over on the right is the inspector, which displays details of items as you select them. In the middle is a view of the scene we are working on. Now, this is not currently a VR program. To resolve that, we need the SteamVR Unity plugin. Go to Window, Asset Store, and then click on Search Online. This will automatically log into your account via your web browser. Search for SteamVR plugin. Now I've already installed this, so it shows purchased and grayed on my account. Selecting this takes you to the SteamVR plugin asset page. I've already downloaded this, but you will see Add to My Assets here. Once you have added it, this Open in Unity button will come up. Pressing this will take you to the package manager of the Unity editor, where you will see the SteamVR plugin. Now, I have already downloaded this. If you haven't already downloaded this, there will be no Import button, and there will not be a Re-download button, but a Download button. Press the Download button to download the asset, and when that is complete, press the Import button. This brings up a list of everything included with the asset. We are going to simply import all, which is the default, so press Import. This takes a little while, so I'll skip forward. A few items pop up here. First of all, a message to tell you OpenVR has been installed. OpenVR is a software component which abstracts your program from the VR hardware in use. I have HTC Vive, but the use of OpenVR means my program should happily work on other VR hardware, such as the Oculus. Also, the project settings window is opened, which shows the OpenVR loader checked. Leave this as it is. So I'll close this window and the package manager window. There is also a window which suggests recommended settings for use with SteamVR. Just accept all. You made the right choice. Let's go back to the scene and look at the hierarchy, where we still have a main camera and a directional light. Delete the main camera because it is not a VR camera. Select the main camera and press the delete key, and it's gone. Go to the search box under the Project tab and enter Player, and then drag the player into the scene. If we open up and look at the children of this player object, we can see we have the VR hands and the VR camera. The next thing I'm going to do is take this Game tab and drag it to the right, so we can see both the scene and the game view at the same time. Now we're going to create an object in this scene. Go to Game Object, 3D Object, Cube. There's our cube, right in the middle of the play area, the same place we will be when we first start up the program. We're almost there, right? Well, not quite. Make sure your VR kit is connected and turned on, then press the play button at the middle top of the window. OK, so it's telling us we haven't set everything up yet. Pressing Yes on this message window brings up another message window which tells us we are missing stuff. So yes, we will use the example files. And yes, we do want to save the changes we've made. We now have a SteamVR input window. We'll leave this as it is for now. Let's try playing again. This time it works. In the game pane, you can see the headset view, so I'll put the headset on. Here is the cube we created. Here I have my hands which track my controllers. I can walk around the cube. I agree it's not very exciting VR, but it is VR. Look, even the hands react to the cube object. There's a sky, albeit not a very exciting one. That was simple, wasn't it? Now, this is extremely boring, and we haven't even done any coding yet. So, off with the headset and stop the game. We're going to make the cube rotate. For that, we need a script. I'm going to make a folder to contain my scripts. So select the top-level assets, right-click, and select Create Folder. I'm going to call it Scripts. Let's go into that folder, right-click again, and select Create C# Script, and we'll call it Rotate Cube. In the inspector window, you can see the default script which has been created. There are two functions, both currently empty. The start function is called once before the first frame update, and the update function is called once per frame. So start is for initialization and update is for runtime. To open up the editor, double-click on the script in the project pane. This will launch Visual Studio. First of all, we want a Vector 3 data item to hold the X, Y, and Z angles of rotation. We're only going to rotate around the Y-axis, which is the vertical axis, and I'm going to get it to move through 90 degrees every second. Here, delta time is the time in seconds since update was last called. The game object is the object to which this script has been attached. The transform is the position and rotation of the game object. And then we make a function call to rotate the game object by the angles we just derived. Save it and go back to the Unity editor. The last thing we have to do is attach that script to the cube game object. Under the inspector, press Add Component. Type in the first couple of letters of the script name, RO in this case. You'll see the Rotate Cube script comes to the top of the list, so simply select that to add our new script as a component to the cube. Now, play the game again. You'll see the cube is now rotating. On with the headset again. Once again, the hands react to the object, but now they react to the rotation of the cube. So, from the original 3D Core project hierarchy, I deleted one asset, the main camera, added two assets, the SteamVR player and the cube, wrote 3 lines of code and added that script to the cube. And that's what we've got. In the next video, I'll do a deep dive into this project. Thank you.